New Yorkers are in for a rude awakening. Mamdani's policies will only make our city less safe and affordable, but we will do everything we can to stop his radical, reckless agenda. And the Congresswoman joins us now. She's also a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Someone brought up a great point, and that is that not that many New Yorkers really voted for him to start with.
That's right.
It's in the primary, and the other candidates were, pretty. This is a guy who's come in. Everybody says he's got this mandate, but I don't think they have any idea what they're in for.
That's right. Look, half of New Yorkers rejected him, and that's the reality. And so he does not have a mandate, and I think that there's people who are going to see how destructive socialism is. Sadly, we're going to have to learn the hard way here in New York what socialism really is. If you look to Venezuela, they did exactly what Zohran Mamdani said he wanted to do. They seized the means of production. They actually do have government-run supermarkets. They did take over housing and turn things into communes the way that he's saying he wants to do. And it didn't work out so well for them. They destroyed their private sector. They had hyperinflation. They have empty shelves at the supermarket. People have run out of that country in droves. Just look what took place at our southern border. It is not wise to bring that here, but yet we're going to have to fight him in court. We'll fight him in Congress, and we'll do whatever we can to hold him accountable to ensure that we stop this reckless, radical agenda.
But it sounds so nice. Here's some of the phrases. I just kind of want to give myself a hug. The warmth of collectivism. Return the resources to the workers. Now, quite frankly, when I started hearing, his plans early on in his campaign, I thought, that's great. Everybody says all this stuff, but he can't get the funding for it. Then I saw the governor right there with AOC and Bernie Sanders, and she seems to be going in cahoots with him. And so could he get the funding that he wants to do all these things?
Well, we certainly can't count on Kathy Hochul to be the line of defense here. We in Washington are the line of defense. Thankfully, we have President Trump. We have a Republican Congress. I am the only Republican member from New York City. This is exactly why they're going so far out of their way to take me to court to try to redraw my district lines for this upcoming election to eliminate the only voice that the Republicans and conservatives have. And I'm elected in a district, by the way, where we have 40% Democrats, 27% Republicans. So it's about common sense. It's not about party, but in this case, they don't want anyone holding them accountable. The difference here is Republicans believe if you work hard, you keep what you earn. Democrats believe that you work hard and you give the government what you earn so they can distribute it based on how they see fit. This is why you see places like Venezuela and Cuba where the dictators live as kings and everyone else lives in poverty. That's what socialism is. It is an equality of misery except for those who are in charge. We'll see this playing out in New York City, but as long as I'm here in Congress, I'm going to be fighting them in court in Washington to try to prevent this socialist dystopia from taking over New York City. And it's important we stop it here, and people across the country should care. Because if we don't stop it here, it will spread across the United States of America. It is a very radical, dangerous agenda. And once they have power and control, that's how they control the people to expand their power.
Yeah, it's control the masses, control everything. Don't let people think for themselves or do for themselves. Let the government take care of you. Just sit back, kick up your feet. And I love it. When you were listening to Mamdani yesterday, he is going to, if you need something, I'm going to give it to you. I mean, not me. I'm going to take it from somebody else in New York State, and then I'm going to give it to you. And, that's not the government taking care of you. That's the government stealing from somebody else to take care of you.
And that's exactly what Fidel Castro told the people of Cuba. My mother fled in 1959. They took away my grandfather's gas stations. They took away his home. And yet everyone lives in poverty and misery. They also have government supermarkets where everyone is starving, by the way. They don't have access to basic things like aspirin or Tylenol or even toilet paper in some cases. It is very egregious and sad what has happened to these countries where people, again, made these beautiful promises. It sounded all nice, but it doesn't work in practice. It is a failure. And we know this because we've seen it taking place in country after country after country. Most recently, Venezuela is a perfect example. And just ask the people who came over our border illegally why they fled.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.